David, let's move on to the NL East. And right now, I'm looking pretty good because I picked the Phillies to win the division over my Mets because I just know how the Mets roll. When you get a new player, it's going to take them a little time. I had the Phillies, Mets, Braves, Nationals, Marlins. You had Mets, Phillies, Braves, Nationals, Marlins. Are you feeling confident with your Mets pick right now?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm very confident in my Phillies pick, to tell you the truth.
I'd be confident in both. Like, I think we talked about this. Like, it's going to be one of those two. I think we talked about this when it happened. Like, if the Mets don't win it, it's the Phillies. I'm comfortable with that. If the Phillies don't win it, it's the Mets. I'm comfortable with it. I think both of this is one of these teams is going to win. One of these teams is going to be second place. I think they're so close right now. The separator is just the Mets on this little run in health. I mean, the Phillies are 5-5 in this run. That's what's gotten them past this edge, is like just like the Mets being bad right now. Nationals will not be in last place. Their team is starting to turn on too much. Wood's too good. The pitcher's too good. Like Marlins will fall off.
Yep. And, the Braves are the Braves right now. They're in third place, but that has a lot to do with the fact that Acuna was hurt to start the season. He is an incredible ball player. And you're right, the Nationals are going to be better than what they are right now. They just have so much young talent on that team. I am scared of them for the next 10 years. They're going to be a good team. Moving on to the NL Central, and David, I have to give you all the props in the world. Your pick was Cubs, Brewers, Cardinals, Reds, and Pirates, and that's exactly what it looks like right now. I had the Reds in second place, Cardinals in third, Brewers, and then the Pirates. I'm actually pretty okay with my pick. I'm not surprised by any of it. The Reds are 44-40. And I think they're going to continue to get better. I think they're going to get into that second place. The Brewers, I don't know what to believe. This team, every time they lose something or somebody, they still come back. They're a very well-run organization right now, even though they lost their GM in Stearns. Good job by them. The Pirates are a disgrace.
Pirates are a disgrace. Reds, it's going to be really interesting to see how they go. Again, they're not going to be making moves. They're just going to probably dump some payroll when they were getting closer to the deadline and some of the older veteran players. And that's usually when teams like this end up evening out and becoming 500, even though they're 3 games above 500 right now. It's going to be really interesting to see where the Cardinals, Brewers, Cubs end up, because for as great as the Brewers have been playing, the Cubs have been playing, the Cardinals are playing just as good.
Yep.
Just as good. And baseball wins when the Cardinals are playing good baseball going into July, August, and September, because they're willing to make a move. They're willing to get that Central riled up a little bit. Cubs are obviously winning the Central right now, but the Brewers are right behind them and bringing up the young studs. I don't know. The Cubs are going to be. It's going to be a very tough run at the very end of this month. At the end of this Central Division.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if the St. Louis Cardinals are actually going to go for it or they're going to sell, because, you still have Nolan Arenado over there. I know they've been trying to move that contract. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's probably more likely that they're going to be sellers rather than buyers, but we'll see, because you said it. The standings are what they are. They're 47-38. They should be going for it. But that Nolan Arenado thing, that just gets me thinking that there's a possibility that they're sellers.
Possibility with him, maybe, but I don't know. There's 3 games back. They're 3 games back from winning the Central, and when you're in that position, I don't know how much they're going to do. I don't know how much the Cardinal fan base is going to sit behind them and just be, yay, Cardinals. And Cardinals have a history of making not the big splashes, but a couple smaller splashes at the deadline when they're making a run at it. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it. It's just, the National League is so difficult. So many good teams. They're even being at 47-39. They're on the outside looking in on this.
Yeah.
They're in a playoff position right now. But you got the Padres, you got the Diamondbacks, you got the Reds. I think are going to fall off. Right, Braves can still make a run at any single point. Giants right behind them. So it's going to be an interesting place. And knowing you've got 2 teams in your division that are going to, one of those other 2 are probably going to win it. And you're going to have the other one in the playoffs. So it's going to get really interesting at the end of this season to where this Cardinals team goes. I think they'll make a little run at it. I don't think anybody wants that Arenado contract enough. And if he gets hot a little bit, they're sticking with him.
Yeah, probably. And let's finish up the show with the NL West. Hey, did you hear about this team in LA? They're pretty good.
Decent baseball team.
Yeah. 53-32, the Los Angeles Dodgers. You had the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, Rockies. I had Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, Giants, Rockies. We were both right. The Rockies are an absolute shit show. I'm a little surprised. I think both of us are surprised by the Diamondbacks taking a little step back. The Padres are just good. I thought that this was going to be going between the Dodgers and the Padres. But damn, did anybody see the Giants doing what they're doing this year? I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming either. I absolutely did not see this coming. I didn't think they had – I thought they had some of the players. I didn't think they had the offense to where it was, and they're still not playing their best baseball. I still think they can still play better baseball. I love it. I mean, Buster Posey making that move for Devers, getting rid of two players that have been unsuccessful. That's a big move for them. They got rid of two guys that were not helping the team, who I think can still help the Red Sox a lot, for a bona fide all-star. In a perfect spot, they just took that contract, took the money, and that's a perfect opportunity for them. Great player too. He's not this massive power hitter. He's a gap power hitter, which in that ballpark, gap power plays really, really well. So I love that move. Diamondbacks are so disappointing on everything they've gone through, these injuries and everything. They're still close enough to make a run for the playoffs. They're not going to win this division. That is gone. This is the Dodgers division to win. I love this Dodgers-Padres rivalry, but at some point, it's not a rivalry when the Padres can't take, they're still 7.5 games back at halfway through the season. That's not a rivalry. It's not close enough, but I would love to see these two teams play in the playoffs in the NLCS again. I don't want to face the Padres. Darvish is coming back. Jackson Merrill. I don't want to face this Padres team in the playoffs, and I never want to face the Dodgers.
No. I was just looking at the run differentials. The Athletics have the second worst run differential in all of baseball with a 142. The worst, obviously, would be the Colorado Rockies. Do you know what their run differential is without looking?
Yeah. Oh, I looked.
Minus 221.
So
How's
bad.
that even possible?
That's really bad.
That is the worst. You know what they need? They need some pitching. And if they need pitching, where should they go to get pitching?
Top Velocity Pro, come here, Rockies! Everybody, I will get that program, the entire organization going. They just need something. Top Velocity Pro, I will make the Rockies better. That's it. That's my tagline.
And with that being said, I'm James. He's the Top Velocity Pro. David Ardsma, Mr. 69. We'll talk to you next week, everybody. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend.